Hi everyone, Freddie here from Drummond. I hope you had a brilliant Easter weekend and managed to eat lots of lovely food and get out in the sunshine and just generally perk yourself up in this interesting time that we're in. Today we're back with some yoga, so I hope that you've been enjoying the previous videos. If you didn't manage to get anything done or do any exercise over the weekend, not a problem. Get back into it today. You might want to have a look at one of our previous videos or jump straight into this one, whatever works for you. We've got more coming this week. We have only got a 4-day week this week, but we're going to make it a good one. And again, if you have any requests or anything like that, then please do just give us a shout. Have a great day and we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, so we're going to start again. We've done this a couple of times, but start again with our sun salutation. So I'd like everybody to come to the front of their mat, bring your feet together, and we're going to come into our mountain pose, our Tadasana. So I'd like you to just take the toes out and the heels out and just loosen off into the knees a little bit. Drawing up through the thighs, squeeze into the glutes, and then feel almost like a hand drawing your belly lightly in and up, okay? Shoulders are back and down, and we're lifted through our chest, opening out the shoulders by turning your hands to face the front of your mat. So we're going to inhale. As we do, we're going to draw the arms all the way up towards the sky and then do this from the side. As we exhale, let's squeeze into the bottom and either stay here or push your hips forward. Inhaling to come up, we exhale to flow all the way down to the floor. Inhale, take that right foot back into a long lunge, lift into your chest. As we exhale, let's come back into our down dog. Remember, at any point you can take your knees down to the floor. Inhale, let's come forward to your plank pose. Drop your knees if you need to. We're going to exhale to lower that chest down towards the floor. Pushing into the hips, you're going to inhale, pushing into upward dog or staying in baby cobra. Alright, exhale. As you do, tuck your toes, come back into your downward facing dog. Inhale to lift that right foot towards the sky and then step forward as far as you can. Grab it and move it if you need to. Exhaling to come into your forward fold. Bending into your knees, we're going to inhale, let's come all the way up towards the sky. And exhale to come back down. Okay, we're going to do that on the other side. So we inhale up. As we exhale, we lift, squeeze your bottom, push your hips slightly forward. Inhale to come up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, let's take that left foot back this time, lifting into the chest. Remember, you can drop your knees down at any point. Alright, exhale, come back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, let's come forward into that plank. Remember, drop your knees if you need to. We're going to exhale, lower that chest down towards the floor. Untuck your toes, either baby cobra or upward facing dog. Really taking your shoulders down your back. As you exhale, let's come back into downward facing dog. Inhale to lift that left foot towards the sky. Step forward as much as you can. Other foot to join as we exhale. Inhaling to come all the way up. And we're going to exhale to relax back down. Okay, we're going to do that one more time with a little bit more flow. Inhaling to come up. Exhale back if comfortable. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale, take that right back. Lift into the chest. Exhale, come back into down dog. Inhaling to draw forward, dropping the knees if you need to. We exhale to lower down. Inhale to pull up. Exhale, come back into down dog. Inhaling to lift that foot up towards the sky, step forward. Exhale to come into forward fold, bending the knees. Let's inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, lower down. Last time on the other side. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale, come back. Lift into your chest. Exhale, come back into your down dog. Inhale to come forward into your plank. Drop your knees. As we exhale, we're going to lower that chest down towards the floor. Inhaling to pull up. As we exhale, tuck those toes. Come back into your down dog. Inhaling to lift that foot up towards the sky. And we step forward. Other foot to join into forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, come all the way up. And because we didn't do it last time, we're going to squeeze our bottom to come lightly into that back bend. Inhaling to come up. And we're going to come back down with those arms. Okay, so you should be feeling a little bit warmer. Your blood should be pumping a little bit now. So we're going to come down and do some stuff on the floor. It's going to involve a little bit of twisting to the spine, so do be careful. So Inhale to come all the way up into high breath. As you exhale, I want you to bring your hands down through your heart center. I want you to bow with a flat back down to begin with. Okay, so we're going to come down with a flat back, then just release into your forward fold. Bend into your knees, plant your hands on the floor, and you're going to take that right foot back into a long lunge. So we're going to lift into our long lunge. Just give it a really nice stretch. Okay, breathing in, breathing out. And just make sure that your foot is in between your hands if you can. Now, really important that if you need to, you can drop your knee, okay, and untuck your toes here. And you can just really get that lovely stretch into the hip, lift it into the chest. Alright, and then what we're going to do is we're going to place our left hand on the inside of our right leg, okay, and we're going to take either that foot onto the side or flat at the back, or if your knee's on the floor, slightly turn into the leg, because we're going to lift into that arm and try and twist as much as is comfortable. Now you can either look up, forward or down, depending on what's comfortable for your neck. Again, if it's not good to have your arm up, you might want to have your hand on your hip, just getting that twist into that mid-thoracic spine. So if you are on your feet, okay, you're up here, taking a lot of that weight into the thighs and lifted, and you're going to hold, breathing in, breathing out. I'm going to take 3 more breaths here, breathing in, breathing out. Again, doesn't matter where you're looking as long as you're looking after your neck. Shoulder is down your back, breathe in, breathe out. And at the end of that third breath, you're going to replace that left hand with your right hand. You're going to come onto the toes at the back, and you're going to do the same but to the other side. So you're going to do it in reverse, trying to keep that knee square to your middle 2 toes rather than letting it drop out. If you find that it drops out, heel toe it slightly further to the edge of your mat, and then breathe out. Now, if you were in this position, you turn that knee back straight again, and you do exactly the same here. So you're breathing in, breathing out. Again, looking down, forward or up, depending on what's comfortable for you. So really, really squeeze into that adductor to draw that knee in so that it's over those middle 2 toes or in line with those middle 2 toes. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Breathing in, breathing out. Then at the end of your second breath, that hand comes back down on the outside of your foot. You're going to keep those toes tucked, or tuck them if you haven't already, and come back into your downward facing dog. And we're just going to hold here in down dog and just start to pedal into those knees. This is a really great way to wake up in the morning, okay? So just get yourself onto your mat, get your blood pumping a little bit, start to open out into the back, into the chest, and into those hamstrings. Let's inhale, come onto our tiptoes now. And exhale to release those heels, and we're just going to hold here for 4 breaths before we do all of that on the other side. Breathing in, breathing out. Last breath in here. And if you need to, then just adjust yourself a little bit, because we're going to lift our right foot towards the sky. Okay, we're going to step it forward, so now the opposite leg is forward. So really making sure again that hands and feet are on the right line, in line with each other. And we're going to take that right hand onto the inside of your right leg. All right, and remember, you either turn that foot so it's flat at the back, almost hugging the outside of your arm against the inner leg. And you're going to inhale, and as you do, open out into the chest. And it might be a little bit more challenging on one side than it is on the other, whatever's comfortable for you. And remember, if it's too much to be on your feet for your legs, drop that knee, okay? Turn the foot slightly from the knee, okay? So turn the lower leg, sorry, and back into that position, and then lift. And you might not get as much of a twist, and that's not a problem, okay? Whatever feels good for you. Remember, either look up, forward or down, depending on what's good for your neck, or hand can be on hip. Breathing in, breathing out. Remember, if we're here, foot's here, breathing in, last breath. And as we exhale, that hand comes back down. Right hand comes on the, back down, that hand stays down, okay, so left hand is on the floor, and you're going to turn onto your toes at the back, lifting your right arm off and twisting into that leg. Now, you might have a tendency for that knee to drop out, as we said. Remember, just heel toe that foot slightly further towards the edge of the mat if you need to, keeping that knee really nice and in line with those middle two toes. So we're lifted here. Remember, if it's too much, you drop your knee, untuck your toes, and we're in this position. So getting that lovely twist again. All right, breathing in, breathing out, getting a little bit of strength into both our arms, our shoulders, and also into our legs if you're taking the predominant amount of weight into those. So breathing in, breathing out, looking down if we need to. Let's take 2 more breaths. Into that second breath, that hand's coming down on the outside of your foot, and we're coming back into that downward facing dog again. And just starting to pedal those heels, breathing in, breathing out, getting that lovely movement into there. And you should be feeling a lot more warm into those legs now. Your legs should be feeling a lot less tight. If they're not, don't worry about it, and at any point if you need to, come down to the knees and have a break. We're going to inhale, come onto our tiptoes. Exhale to release those heels back down. Really draw your chest back towards your thighs. Let's do that again. Inhaling, coming up. Exhale, release. Really make sure that you've got that lovely long line from your wrist all the way up your shoulders, your back into your sit bones. So we're lifted with those hips towards the sky. And on your next exhale, you're going to take your knees wide to the mat and tucking your toes. Pushing your sit bones back towards your heels and stretching out here, letting go. Letting your head relax down onto the floor. Relaxing into your shoulders. And breathe. And take your hands over to the right hand side of your mat and relax as you exhale into that stretch, that side stretch. Remember, if you need to, the right arm goes onto the forearm and you stretch with the left if it's not comfortable to have a straight arm. Come back to centre, stretch, and then we come onto the other side. So hands onto the left, deep breath in. As we exhale, relax down, try and really sit that right sit bone down. And come back up. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. We're just going to finish by doing 4 cat-cows. Breathing in. As we exhale, taking those hips back, rounding off, drawing belly towards the spine. As we inhale, we come into the square of our arms. And if you want to let go into the pelvis and lift into the chest, you can. So we exhale back. We inhale forward. Let's do 2 more. Use your breath to guide you rather than letting your movement guide your breath. Relax back. So you might want to switch on our last daily uplift, which was that rainforest meditation relaxation, whatever works for you, or you might just want to get on with whatever you're doing next. I hope you have a great day and we'll see you tomorrow.